So children, we come to our next topic and we take up modals, subject verb concord and determiners. Now again, the purpose of grammar is to help you use the language correctly. You don't have to learn any definition, nothing at all. You just need to know the right application. That is the purpose behind grammar. Now, modal auxiliaries are those verbs which are used with main verbs to express such ideas as possibility, such ideas as possibility, permission, necessity, obligation. These helping verbs are now can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must and ought to. This is something you've been doing it from class 5, I suppose. So these are the modals. Now we look up the nature of modals. Modals are never used alone. Example, I can play upon the harmonium. Then modals don't change according to the number or persons of the subject. Be careful with it. They don't change according to the number or persons of the subject. I can play, we can play, they can play. Can is the same, right? Next, modals don't have the infinitive form. We can't play to with them in order. Look here now. To make, again I am repeating, modals don't have the infinitive form. We can't place to with them in order to make their use in the sentence. Example explains it better. We must get there before time. Now the functions of modals. Can expresses ability and permission. I can solve this puzzle. Next one. May expresses possibility, permission, request, purpose. May I use your pen? And even otherwise, when you enter the class, it's may I come in? You don't say can. No. Example, may I use your pen? Next, will. First person pronoun. Expresses intention, promise, determination. Example, I will try to come. No? Will is first person pronoun. Expresses intention, promise, determination. I will try to come. Next, would. Past form of will. Expresses past habit. Determination, wish. Look at the example. He would sit for hours studying his book. He would sit for hours studying his book. Next, should. Past form of shall. Expresses duty, advice, polite request. Example, you should take care of your children. What is it doing? It is telling us, it's giving advice. No? Must expresses compulsion, necessity, must. You must get good marks in your exams, right? Example, you must write now. So there is compulsion in that. Shall expresses order, promise, determination, threat. You shall be punished. What is it? Order. Could expresses ability, polite request, could. Example, could you give me some money? What is it? It's a polite request. Ought to expresses desirability, duty, obligation. We ought to meet them. See, you don't have to memorize anything, but you must know the correct use, where to use it. No? Next one, need. Need expresses obligation or necessity. Example, need he solve all the sums? No. Dare means to have the courage to do something. Dare means have the courage to do something. Example, you dare not do this. So, dare is telling us about the courage. Used to expresses a habit in the past. Example, he used to drink daily. He used to, we are talking about a habit in the past. Now, there were those modals. Next we move on to is your subject verb concord. Here again children tend to make mistakes because they are not able to bring about that coordination between subject and the verb. The subject and verb must agree in person. See, this is the key area. They must agree in person and number. If the subject is singular, the verb should be singular. This is very obvious and easily one can identify. Subject is singular, verb will be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb will also be plural. Understood? Very easy, very quite a common thing. Now, singular subject, singular verb. Example, the boy is playing. Singular subject, singular verb, right? Next, plural subject, plural verb. Example, the boys are playing. When two or more singular subjects are joined together, when two or more singular subjects are joined together, plural verb is used. Example, Mrs. and Mr. Gupta are going to the market. Two singular verbs have been joined. So, we are using are. Next, when two subjects together express one idea, two subjects expressing one idea, singular verb is used. Example, bread and butter is essential for living. Two or more singular subjects are being, see. So, singular verb is used because bread and butter, they are two subjects joined together. Next we have is nouns which are plural in form but singular in meaning. Nouns which are plural in form but singular in meaning usually take a singular verb. Example, mathematics, sending in S, mathematics is not an easy subject. What are we using? We are using singular verb. Why are we using the singular verb? Although it's a noun, plural in form will take a singular verb. Everybody, nobody, somebody, anybody and anyone take a singular verb. Example, nobody is perfect in this world. Nouns joined by and take a plural verb. Nouns joined by and take a plural verb. Example, apples and bananas are his favorite fruits. See, bread and butter were connected. They're talking about one thing, bread and butter is, right? Here, separate fruits are there. Apples and bananas are his favorite fruit. If subjects are joined by or, nor, either, neither, the verb agrees with the subject nearest to it. Example, he or his friends are to be blamed. He or his friends are to be blamed. Either they or he is telling a lie. So, what have we just decided? I mean, what's in the grammar rules? If subjects are joined by or, nor, either, neither, the verb agrees with the subject nearest to it. No? Nearest, he or his friends are to be blamed. Either they or he is telling a lie. Words such as audience, congregation, crowd, group and family take a singular or plural verb depending upon the sentence. But it is always safe to use a plural verb with these nouns. Example, the family are our strongest support. The family are our strongest support. However, you can also use a singular verb. Next, examples. The audience is very excited. We are using is with it. The crowd is coming in huge number. Is we are using with the crowd. Now, when, as well as, along with, together with are used to join nouns, the word must agree with the first subject. Example, my friends as well as I are going abroad. What have we said? I used to join on. The verb must agree with the first subject. Next, he along with his parents is going. Here it was are going. Two nouns qualified by each or every, even though connected by and, require a singular verb. Every boy and every girl was given vaccination. Two nouns qualified by each or every, or even though connected by and, require a singular verb. Next, none is singular but takes a plural. Singular verb according to the sense involved in the sentence. Examples, none are so deaf as those who will not hear. See, what are we saying? None is singular but takes a plural / singular verb according to the sense involved in the sentence. It depends upon the sense of the sentence. None are so deaf as those who will not hear. Next, I asked for some helper but none was there. No? Look at the next one. The title of a book, play, story or a musical composition, even though plural, takes a singular verb. Example, now look at the title of the book, Three Musketeers is a very good novel. No? We are talking about the title of a book, a play, story, musical composition, even though plural, will take a singular verb. Now, when a plural noun comes between a singular subject and its verb, the verb agrees with the singular subject. Again, when a plural noun comes between a singular subject and its verb, the verb agrees with the singular subject. Examples, each of the apples is juicy. Neither of the men was a thief. Next, after many a, both noun and verb are used in singular, although the meaning is in plural. Many a means lot of, Example, many a boy, which means many boys. Many a boy was making a noise. When the plural noun is a proper name for some single object or some collective unit, it must be followed by a singular verb. Example, the United Nations is not an effective body for world peace. Look at the next one now. A singular verb is used when a plural noun denotes some specific quantity or amount. A singular verb is used when a plural noun denotes some specific quantity or amount. Example, 150 rupees is too much. It's a singular one. Is too much for this bag. 2/3 of the city is in ruins. So, a singular verb is used when a plural noun denotes some specific quantity or amount. Nouns like news, physics, economics, measles, cards, aerobics are plural in form, but they are treated singular. Examples, aerobics is a good exercise. Nouns like glasses, spectacles, pants, trousers, shoes, people, police, scissors always take a plural verb. When an adjective is preceded by the and is used as subject, like the rich, the burnt, the guilty, verb in plural is used. Example, your shoes are glossy. But when used with a pair of, they are singular. A pair of branded shoes is quite expensive these days. See, these are the little things you need to take care of. See, when they are being used, see, when we are using your shoes are glossy, we are using are. But when we are saying, when you used with a pair of, then it is singular. A pair of branded shoes is quite expensive these days. Here, a pair of branded shoes is plural, but we use singular verb. Now, next, if two nouns are subject and not is used between them, the verb is used according to the first noun. Examples: they, not he, they, not he have done this act. Next, he and not they has done this act. Next we move on to is your determiners. Determiners are the words that modify nouns. In other words, determiners are the words that can be used before a noun to determine or to fix its meaning. Determiners function like adjectives. They are also called fixing words, just for your understanding. Now coming down to the determiners, the articles, a and the, demonstrative adjectives, this, that, these, those, then the numerals, definite ones, 1, 2, 200, first, second, both, indefinite, some, many, few, all, distributive, each, every, either, etc., quantitative, little, much, more, any, possessive, my, your, his, our, her, its, their. Characteristics of determiners. A determiner may determine or fix a place, person or a thing. A determiner may identify two or more persons or things. A determiner may precede numerals or objects. A determiner may indicate a quantity or amount. So, a lot of roles are played by determiners. Now, let us look at the usage which is actually required by you. Articles, indefinite articles. A, an, definite is the, indefinite a, an. Now, used before singular countable nouns in the sense of one. I saw a boy running fast. Singular countable nouns in the sense of one. So, we've used that indefinite article a. Now represents a class or kind in general. Example, a cow gives us milk. No? A cow gives us milk. We are talking about every cow. Represents a class or kind in general. So, the cow is representing all the cows, but we are using a cow. Then, a used before singular countable nouns beginning with consonant sound. This you need to be careful about. It's with the consonant sound that we talk about. Examples, a one-eyed man, a unique place, a European, a university, a mango. Why are we using a? See, it's because of the sound. The sound is of European. You know which sound is it? It's like Y-O-O, this sound of U. The sound of consonant sound is umbrella, umbrella, a is the sound, है ना? ये sound, ये कौन सी sound है? U वाली, Y-O-O. So we are using a and not an. and used before singular countable nouns beginning with vowel sounds. An Indian, an hour, an umbrella, an honest. See, mute the H. The H is muted. Honest. H is silent. So, the sound is vowel sound. Honest. Definite article the. Used before both countable and uncountable nouns. Usage. Before second reference. Anything qualified by a phrase. Examples. I met a boy at the gate of the school. The boy was weeping. First time reference. The book which is on the table is mine. First time, I met a boy at the gate of the school. Then we are using the boy. We are talking about the same boy now. So it becomes definite. So it becomes, we are talking about the same boy. So now we've used the. First time reference, second time reference. The book which is on the table is mine. Then used before superlatives. Example, she is the tallest girl of the class. Superlatives. Used before the names of water bodies, rivers, seas, oceans. Example, the Ganges, the Arabian Sea, the Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean. Note, not used before the names of lakes. Not used before the names of lakes. Used before the names of mountain ranges, the Himalayas. Not used before the names of peaks, Mount Everest. Used before the names of satellites, planets, stars, the moon, the earth, the sun. Used before the names of monuments and memorials, the Red Fort, the Taj Mahal. Used before the names of states, countries that have a common noun in their name, the USA, the UAE, the UNO, the UK. Used before the names of scriptures, the Ramayana, the Quran, the Guru Granth Sahib, the Bible. Used before the names of newspapers, magazines, the Times of India, the Competition Success Review, the Reader's Digest. Used before an adjective when the noun is understood, the poor, the rich. The rich becomes richer, the poor becomes poorer. Now, when a proper noun used as a common noun, example, Kalidas is the Shakespeare of India, a great dramatist. When a proper noun is used as a common noun, Kalidas is the greatest Shakespeare, Kalidas is the Shakespeare of India, right? Next, used before the invented things, the TV, the mobile. The USA dropped the atom bomb on Japan towards the close of the Second World War. Next, before common nouns with abstract ideas. Example, all the mother in her, the pure, the good, and the beauty. Before comparative degree adjective. Example, The more you study, the better marks you will score. Now the demonstrative adjectives. This to demonstrate nearby things, that to demonstrate for, okay, this example, this bottle is mine. That to demonstrate far off things. Example, my shirt is better than that of my friend. My shirt is better than that of my friend. These, plural of this, these books are very helpful. Those, plural of that, those trees are too old. Numerals 1 to 1. It can be used instead of a or an, the, and is more assertive. When we talk about a group of people or things and want to say something about a particular member of the group, we use one. As a pronoun, one should be followed by appropriate cases of one. Now, indefinite, some, many, few, all. Some, used in affirmative sentences with countable and uncountable nouns. Used in questions, making a request or offer or commands for which answer yes is expected. Example, I have some chocolates in my pocket. Possessives, my, our, your, his, her, its, their. The possessives are used to show possession. He is my uncle. Their house is very big. So, we did modals, we did subject verb agreement, and we have done determiners. Now, what next required is your exercises that you will practice, which are given in your Maxx marks. So, all those slides through which I explained to you, all these are in your Maxx marks. So, all this could be revised once again, or the other option is you could just have the book open in front of you and then you listen to it and you could just look into them, and wherever you need to mark or you need to put down something with your pencil, you could always do that, right? Thank you so much.